In today's video, we're going to cover one way of providing some airflow or cooling to your network or audio rack. This fan kit allows you to control the airflow with an 8-speed controller, and you can even automate it with a temperature sensor and an inexpensive smart switch. To see how I implemented this in one of my racks, then stick around for the rest of this video. Currently, I have two PoE switches and a 12-port 10 gigabit switch installed in a small rack which is mounted on the wall. And the ambient temperature hovers around 99 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, even with reasonably cool room temperatures. Traditional rack fans are typically pretty loud, and my goal was to have the fans only come on when the rack reached a certain temperature. And of course, I wanted the noise level to be as low as possible, but still be able to move a lot of air and provide some cooling. Looking at the hardware and the specs for this kit, you get two 12-volt 120mm by 38mm fans that are housed in a metal enclosure and claim to move about 200 CFM of air while maintaining low sound level of about 26 dBA. The two fans are actually pre-wired together and they're connected to the power jack, which will attach to the speed controller. To help maintain the sound and the airflow that you need, it comes with an 8-speed PWM controller. And what was most important to me is that the speed settings are saved even if you power off the device, because I wanted to use a smart plug to enable and disable this device based on temperature. We'll get more into that in a little bit. Looking at the mounting of these fans, these have metal threaded inserts compared to the typical fan where you're actually threading into plastic, which makes installation a lot easier and more secure. Due to the current space restrictions, because of the way that I have things mounted, I had to reverse the fan in the enclosure so that I could mount the fans on top of the rack rather than the traditional method of mounting them inside the rack. I'll be changing up this rack in the stack up using different panels to better organize and gain more space and allow me to mount these fans on the inside. Now that things are mounted, let's check the sound level before the fans are turned on. And as you can see from my sound meter, the sound levels in my rack are running about 38 dBs with everything running. If I turn the fans on to the lowest setting, which is where I really plan on running it, you can see the sound meter increases to about 47 to 48 dBs. This measurement was taken with the side panel off, so in real life the sound will be reduced slightly. Despite the low numbers, they're still audible as a result of the sheer amount of air these things are moving. What's impressive, however, is that in a very short time, the temperature drops from about 100 degrees Fahrenheit down to 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite these fans being pretty quiet, they do move a tremendous amount of air, which makes them really effective at cooling, especially in an enclosed chamber. I'm using these with a smart plug and temp sensor from Aqara so that I can use an automation to turn the power to these fans on when temperatures reach about 102 degrees Fahrenheit inside the rack. I may also add a motion sensor later that will disable this automation when I'm in the office recording. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, and this setup's been working really well. Lately, the temperatures have been pretty cool, so the fans have only kicked in a couple of times. But as I live in Southern California and summer's right around the corner, I can rest a little easier knowing there won't be any runaway temperature problems during the summer. That's about it for today's Quick Tech video, and if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. I'll leave some affiliate links to what I use for this project if you need any additional information. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.